Hey guys, what up? Mr. CT here today with another Madden video, and before I get into it, I did want to say sorry about not having this out yesterday. I said I would, but I got my wisdom teeth out recently. Been dealing with that. It hasn't been too bad here recently because I got them out a few days ago. But I didn't really get the video out yesterday because I really didn't feel like doing it, quite honestly. But let's get into the video. Have a record of 143 and 28. 45 cards, 600k card value, what is that, 83 team skill, something like 26 chemistry, 25, and as you can see, 93,000 coins, which I will be explaining later in the video. And I will be revealing the top 10 running backs. If you want to get to that, you can always skip to about the 4-minute mark, I believe. As you can see, I got Robert Griffin III at quarterback, because Andrew Luck ran out, Leshawn Mccoy, who's injured, Ahmad Bradshaw, Dexter Cluster, Michael Robinson at fullback, Roddy White, Steve Smith, Sidney Rice with no contracts, and an AJ Green cover vote, which is still easy to pull. Hernan Davis, Kellen Winslow, and Heath Miller at tight end. A lot of these guys have no contracts, by the way. Jason Peters, 2 Logan Mankins, one of them plays center because Jeff Saturday doesn't have any contracts. This dude, who I'm not going to even try to pronounce, Brian Bulaga, Sean Ellis, Jared Allen, who I got recently, and Darnell Dockett playing the defensive end positions. Sue and B.J. Raji, I had to get rid of my Colin Jenkins, Gerard Mayo, Brian Thomas, Brian Urlacher, Curtis Lofton, Cameron Wake, and I guess Cameron Wimbley. I don't even know if they're both pronounced that way, but it sounds good to me. Asante, Corey Webster, no contracts. I know Joe Hayden doesn't have any either, because I'm just running out contracts everywhere because of a new strategy I was trying to do. Jarius Bird, and then this fella, Adrian Wilson as well. Matt Prater, who does work at the kicker position. Good old cross-eyed punter Donnie Jones. Got Gary Kubiak still. He's been mainly eating up my contracts. I should have used a different coach a while ago. And as you can see, I have no contracts. So I'm in a bit of trouble there. As you can see with my lineup, I have to play, Logan Mankins at center as well. I'm playing Roddy White at second corner, as you can see. So things are going very well. I'm probably going to end up playing a bot until I run out of contracts, which is probably only one more game. Because I won't have any more to put on my coach or anything. But as you can see, I do have a lot of coins because I have been doing something. But first, I want to go to the leaderboards and show you how I've been making progress towards that 100 wins that I need. As you can see, right now, I have 116 and 26, I believe that is. So I do have the 100 wins. I had them last video, I think, too. But I needed more because I had played some friends as I look at some other things as well. I did play a CPU once as well because I was really bored. Yeah, I do have enough wins by now. I've just been playing this for fun at this point. I've been having some fun with it. I've been trying to get 100k coins because I've realized that a lot of the really tough collections are really easy to complete, but the problem is at this point, there's not one collection in the game left that I can complete at this point. I've completed a few more since my last video, which I'm going to show you, I think right now, as we go to the collection screen. I'm going to look at my cards I have stored in there, which I was hiding for this video, which are still Aaron Rodgers. I have him in there, I'll tell you that now. And then, the surprise, I have Terrell Suggs, so I had to buy 2 Texans players for 10k apiece, which is why I don't have any contracts. Then I had to spend 30k on Vincent Jackson to get this Calvin Johnson, which I bought before when I used to have him. And then I bought a 30k Matt Ryan to get Maurice Jones-Drew. But I've looked, it doesn't look like there's any fantasy collections left that I can complete. And all the position collections are, there's a ghost or something that's too hard. But we're going to go take a look at the running backs. But I'm probably going to spend that 93k on gold premiums and hope to get something rare. And if I don't, I'm probably just going to... I'll keep this game, because they're going to come out with the top 10 wide receivers the next week. And I'll make that video as well. But I'm probably just going to return it to Gamefly soon. And as you can see, these are the top running backs at the end of the game. But I'm going to get into it here, starting with the number 1 quarterback in Madden 13. We have Maurice Jones-Drew. His Madden 12 rating that he went in with in Madden 12 was 95. He finished as a 98, and in Madden 13 he's going to be a 97. He's the number 1 overall running back. I think that's good for him. He definitely deserves to go up. I think he's the number 1 running back as well. I think the 97 is a good rating. I don't think there's any running backs that are that elite right now that deserve to be over, a 98 or a 99. Not over, but just, a 98 or a 99 in general. I think that's really good for him. Then we have Adrian Peterson, AP, at number 2. He was a 98 going into this game. As you can see, he's the number 1 running back right there at 99. He's going to be a 97, which is, I guess, technically tied with Maurice Jones-Drew, but I like that for him as well. I mean, he's got that injury. We don't know exactly what's going to happen there. I assume that's why he's probably, you know, dropped a point or two here. And I think that spot and that rating are good for him as well. Then we have Arian Foster clocking in at number 3. He started Madden 12 as a 92, finished as a 96, and in Madden 13 he's going to be a 96. I think that's a good rating for him, a good spot for him. I think number 3 is really, you know, good for him after what he did last year. And I really like, much like the quarterbacks, I really like the first 3, the order of them. I think it's perfect in the overalls as well. Then number 4, we have Leshawn Mccoy from the Eagles. He's an 88 overall, a 94 when, well, he was an 88 overall. He finished 4, and he's going to be a 95. I think that's a good rating as well, though. I just caution jumping somebody that many points. He's definitely the biggest jump in overall, and I would have probably preferred to see him at a 94 overall, which he finished this game at, as you can see on this screen. And have him be a spot back of the next guy, which I'm going to mention, which is Ray Rice, who started as a 92, finished as a 95, and is going to be a 95 in Madden 13. I probably would have liked to see him above Leshawn McCoy, regardless if they were the same overall or Leshawn McCoy dropped a point. That's honestly my biggest problem with the whole top 10 list. I really like the running backs a lot, probably more than I like the quarterbacks. Then number 6 on the list is Matt Forte. He started as an 89, finished as a 93, and it's going to be a 93. I am going to say that I like that as well. He's number 6. I really like that spot for him. I like the overall as well. He definitely deserves to go up, and I like him there. Then we have Frank Gore, who started as a 91, finished as a 93, and is going to be a 92, which I think is a happy medium between what he started and finished at in this game. Of course, he's getting older, as you can see from the age on here. I'm sure that's probably why he's, you know, kind of not going to be a 93, but I like the spot. I think that's probably where he belongs and where he's at this point in his career. And then next is Steven Jackson, who I guess is number 8. He started as a 94, finished as a 92, and is going to be a 92. As you can see, he's not on this screen, which I will scroll down in a minute to talk about that, about something else. But you can see him. But I think that's a good spot for him as well. I think he definitely deserves to go down from the 94. I think that's where he belongs, right around the same level as Frank Gore. And I think I like the number, what is that, number 8 for him as well. Then number 9, we have Jamaal Charles, who's a 95 overall. 95 as well, because they didn't take, in this game, they didn't take down overalls for if people getting injured, like Peyton Manning and Jamaal Charles. But he's going to be a 91. I kind of like the rating. I would maybe like to see him be a 92, because I like I said with Peyton Manning in the quarterback video, I don't like penalizing people that much for being injured. You don't know whether they're going to be good or not again, I guess, and that's why you got to put them down there. I mean, it's a fine. I think I like the spot, but I would have liked to see maybe a pointer, you know, just a point higher. But you know, it's honestly not that big of a deal, and I don't have too big of a problem with it. And then number 10 is Micheal Turner, who started as a 93, finished as a 94, and is going to be a 91. This is one that I caution a little bit as well, because obviously if he went from a 93 to a 94, he had a pretty productive season last season, and I know he did from fantasy football and all that stuff that I do play. And if he had a good season, why put him down? I know why, because he's going to turn the magic age of 30. I get the whole thing. Excuse me. But I can see why. But I would have liked to see him maybe a point higher too. But I think the number 10 spot's pretty good for him. I like him there. I think he still deserves to be in the top 10 if we want to bring the argument of other people, which is why I scroll down here in about probably another minute or something. And I think I like him there. And like I said, overall, I really like this list. I like it a lot better than the quarterback list. And I really don't have too many problems with it, besides the Leshawn McCoy and Ray Rice being switched, maybe Jamaal being put up a point, and maybe I don't know, Micheal Turner I'm not real sure about. I'd like to see him at a 92, but I'm just not, I don't want to have too many people too high. I'm not really sure how he'll do next season, so I guess the 91 is a good rating for him. And then the other things I want to mention is what quarterbacks were high overall coming into this game, which were, kind of were the top 10 running backs. I don't have them in an order or anything, but I know some of the other guys that were up there were Peyton Hillis was obviously a 91 going into this game. Obviously, he got injured, so he doesn't really deserve to be up there. He's going to be a backup now anyway on Kansas City, so I think he doesn't deserve to be in the top 10. Then Chris Johnson, which a lot of people I saw were making arguments for. He was obviously a 96, but with his, horrible start, he got penalized a lot. And obviously, you can see he's not in the top 10 here. And I don't think he deserves to be in any way. And quite honestly, a lot of you people that were complaining, oh great, my video froze. Well, sorry guys, I was not commentating about all the overalls here. But obviously Chris Johnson, I don't think deserves to be there. Same thing with D'Angelo Williams. I wanted to mention was an 89, and then Rashard Mendenhall, who was an 88, because he got injured, and then D'Angelo didn't do crazy. So I don't think any of them deserve to be in the top 10 either. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll make one next week for the wide receivers.